What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? Everybody, do me a favor, hit the like button. Hit the like button, if you would, please. Just take 1 second and hit the like button, and then type in the comment section OTVO, Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it right down there in the comment section real quick. Today is going to be a really full presentation. I'm going to teach you a lot of stuff today. You're going to learn a lot. So this is going to change the way you do things. I can almost guarantee it that this will change the way that you do things. And you guys are going to learn how to write your demand for return of property, filing your FOIA, how to get your body cam footage, no matter which state you're in. I'm going to teach you guys how to do that today. You're going to learn it today. You will never have to email me again and say, hey, Chille, they took my phone, or they took my gun, or they took my camera, or they took my car, and I can't get my property back. And today I'm going to teach you guys how to write your own demand for return of property, how to write your own request for body cam footage, how to file your FOIA. You're going to learn it all today. And what's amazing is you don't have to be bright. You don't have to be intelligent at all whatsoever. What I'm going to teach you today is an absolute life game changer. This is probably one of the most important streams I've ever done, because I'm going to empower thousands and thousands of you right now. It's going to be amazing. All right, I want to get right into this. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this ChatGPT video and really get into the breakdown of it, so that I can, and then not only are we going to see the breakdown of ChatGPT, then I'm going to show you exactly how to use it to file your Freedom of Information Act, to file your demand for return of property, to file for the body cam footage. You know, these are things that I get dozens and dozens of emails every single week of people who are asking me, hey, Chille, they took my phone. Can you help me? Can you write a demand for return of property for me? And these things. And so we're going to watch this together. And as we watch it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it, and then I'm going to show you the application of, I was a cop yesterday, so I'm still talking with my hands like this, like the cops do. They want to make sure that you know that they're talking with their hands out here. Their hands are The first couple minutes of this is a little draggy. The first couple minutes of this is a little slower than I want it to be. The goal doesn't happen in this video until about the 6th or 7th minute, maybe a little less. I can't remember the exact timestamp, but I've gone over this video with a few people already. I've already gone through this tutorial privately with people. So I'm going to do the exact same thing for you right now. I'm going to teach you stuff that is going to be such a takeaway for you. And I'm not teaching it. I'm just showing you how to use it. He shows you one thing, and then there's other stuff that I've learned from people in this audience now. Thank you for your help, brother. That I'm going to teach you even further than this video. You're going to love this. If you ever have to correspond with the government, or even if you have to do a business email, you are going to have your life changed right now. This is absolutely incredible, what I'm going to show you right now. It truly, truly is incredible. This is a total life changer, game changer. Previously, I was using ChatGPT as Google, you know, who was on the Supreme Court during the Dred Scott holding. And then they list them, and then I say, were any of these people associated with white supremacy? And then I get their names. And so then the research begins as though you're using it for Google. But it works so much better than Google when you actually learn how to do what is called prompt engineering. So this is from Traverse AI right here. 2.76 thousand subscribers. What a shame. I mean, what a pity that so many people are not taking advantage of what I'm going to teach you here. And this particular AI, if you read along the bottom here, AI is going to replace lawyers. What did I tell you? I'm going to teach you stuff actually, he's going to teach you. I'm just going to show you some additional stuff here. AI is going to replace lawyers who cannot effectively use AI. ChatGPT is a powerful tool, but it is superficial unless you develop the correct prompt sequence to get the best answers. Think of prompt engineering as learning to speak, your AI-enabled device. We will continue to level you up so that you increase your abilities as a lawyer or other professional by tenfold. Make sure to share and subscribe, which I have done. I hit the like button. Make sure we appreciate your support. Join our free community. And then I think this is a link to forums or Discord or whatever it's going to be. And then OpenAI Whisper technology. You're going to need this later. And then here's if you don't know how to get to ChatGPT, I'm going to drop this in the comments right now. So you can follow along with me as I do this. You are going to learn some stuff today, people. You're going to learn. This is a total game changer. If you can't stand the state and you can't stand the pigs and you can't stand that you can't get your phone back or your gun or your umbrella or your flashlight, I'm going to show you here and now how to file your own demand for return of property. Okay, so here it is. Let's get into this. This is a 16-minute video right here. And just remember, the first few minutes are going to drag. So I may pop in and talk a little bit just so it's not so dang boring.
All right, today we're going to do 3 things. We're going to instruct you on building a step-by-step ChatGPT prompt that's going to sequence and it's going to trigger ChatGPT to do more than just answer a question. This prompt sequence will turn your ChatGPT into an interactive assistant. The sequence I will show you today can be applied across a whole variety of different tasks. The principles of this particular sequence are important because you're going to do a number of things I'm going to help you with to build a prompt. They call it prompt engineering. It is the skill that you will need in order to survive prompt engineering.
So I'm going to play that again. If you don't know what's going on, you have got to learn AI. You are not too old. You are not too dumb. AI works for people who are not highly intelligent. Your IQ can be 70. And if you can actually just learn now and hear how to prompt this is going to change your life. If you were called dumb or slow in high school or college and you were behind the crowd, this puts you in front of them.
Remember that. Okay, this prompt sequence, this prompt engineering, this is a 2-step prompt sequence that you can use with emails or updates to clients through your case management system or any other communication tools. So let's take a look now at this sequence. I'm going to show you the prompt.
So ChatGPT is your assistant. ChatGPT is a human being. It's a person who's a constitutional law scholar, a mathematician, an English literature major. It is someone who can take all of your random thoughts and put them into a cohesive, clear way to understand how to send off that communication. I did it with Teespring today. I used this exact same sequence earlier today with Teespring.
And let's go ahead and I've already entered this and sequenced it out. But here's the prompt. I want you to pretend you are an attorney representing Ron, my client, and a company named My Client Co. You are negotiating the termination of services with Adverse Company, and you're dealing with corporations, Adverse Company Corporation's attorney. His name is Mike Adverse Counsel. I will provide you with a draft response to the latest emails received by Mike. And here's the key. Before proceeding, I want you to ask me to upload Mike's latest email for context. After that, ask me to upload a draft response. I then want you to provide a revised response that stresses that this is the final offer, improves the tone of the conversation as courteous and professional, and expresses confidence in our legal position. And now I'm going to ask my assistant, do you understand my instructions?
Okay, so what does that mean? I'm going to play it again. I want you to listen to his words, and then I'm going to explain it to you. I'm actually going to show it to you.
Improves the tone of the conversation as courteous and professional. I
want you to pretend you're an attorney representing Ron, my client, and a company called My Client Company.
Then want you to provide a revised response that stresses that this is the final offer, improves the tone of the conversation as courteous and professional, and expresses confidence in our legal position.
Okay, so who struggles with that? Who struggles with that? I do. You offend me, you take me on, and all of a sudden I'm writing you a letter saying, if you don't do what I want, I'm going to sue your ass in 2 seconds flat. What this does is it makes it so you say, I want to be courteous but firm and assertive at the same time that let them know that I value their relationship. And I'll show you the example that I did with Teespring today. I kept the chat so you guys can see it, how I altered my letter from the hard charger that I am to a more acceptable response. And by the way, they accepted the response and they put it back. So let's I'm going to let this play, and then I'm going to show you a pure example of really using what this man has taught.
And now I'm going to ask my assistant, do you understand my instructions? ChatGPT says, yes, I understand your instructions. For me to help revise the response appropriately, I would need the necessary context. Could you please upload the latest email from Mike Adverse Counsel? Afterwards, please upload your draft response. With these, I will be able to provide you with a revised response that maintains a final stance and imbues a courteous and professional tone and expresses confidence in our legal position. Wow. All right, let's break that down. This is prompt engineering, my friends, and this is where you need to build your skill set. So let's take a look at this and break it down. So note, I am telling AI who I am or who you want it to be, either or. You could say, you can use first person, or you could say, I want you to pretend you are an attorney. Okay, I want you to pretend you are an attorney. And then you're going to tell AI who you're speaking with. If this is going to be a communication, you're going to be speaking with Mike Adverse Counsel. Mike is Adverse Company Corp's attorney. The third thing you need to do in order to do the correct prompt and to get really deep into prompt engineering, what you're going to need to be able to do is provide context. Context is critical. Prompt engineering requires you to think about all the information you would have to provide to your assistant in order for your assistant to do the job. We had a prior video, which you can go back and check out, that was about the essential skills that you need in order to succeed at AI. And one of those skills was to be able to delegate. Delegation is a skill that most people struggle with. And understandably, you always want to just do it yourself. Only you can do it, all that nonsense. But in the AI age, to use these assistants, you're going to need to learn the language of delegation. Part of that language is to provide context. Context I provided in my prompt is you're negotiating the termination of services. I want you to ask me to upload Mike's latest email for context. So the context is going to be the latest email. It could be prior contract language. It could be any sort of content that you're uploading as context. Okay, the fourth thing is to provide instructions. What do you want your assistant to do? I want you to ask me to upload Mike's latest email for context. After that, sequence, ask me to upload a draft response. Sequence, I then want you to provide a revised response that meets these criteria. So let's...
Okay, now, you're not lost. I promise you, you're not lost. You may think that right now I'm getting all this information. I'm not going to be able to do this, so I'm going to tune out right now. No. Remember, I said the beginning of this is a little, wonky. And then about 5 or 6 minutes in, which we're coming up on it, he's going to really show you all this stuff he's saying right now. I want you to see it. But we really could have kind of skipped it. But I want you to understand the importance of learning prompt engineering, how to prompt it. I'm gonna ask you to request the draft of the email I've already written. And so you're not lost. Trust me, I know right now you're probably thinking to yourself, oh man, what's he talking about? I don't know what he's saying. Trust me, stay with me. I'm gonna show you an application, how it works on ChatGPT. You'll never need my help again when it comes to filing certain filings.
Let's go back into ChatGPT and see how AI processed.
So did you see this? I'm gonna highlight this right here. Provide context. Provide context, instruct, right there. So you tell ChatGPT what you're doing. You're negotiating the termination of services. I want you to upload Mike's latest email for context. That's it. There's nothing complicated about it. And then you're going to instruct ChatGPT. I want you to ask me to upload Mike's latest email. After that, ask me to upload a draft response. I then want you to provide a revised response that stresses that this is my final offer, improves the tone to be courteous and professional, which I have got a real sensitivity chip missing when people challenge me, and expresses confidence in our legal position. You see, I've given it the context, and now I'm instructing.
Response that meets these criteria.
And now next he's going to apply it, and then you and I are going to apply it in your chat GPT and my chat GPT.
So let's go back into ChatGPT and see how AI processed the who you want it to be, who you want to be speaking with, what context needs to be considered, and what are the instructions. These are the prompt engineering skills that you need for this particular prompt strategy. All right, so it understands my instructions and it asks me to upload Mike Adverse Counsel's prior email. I simply cut and paste this out of the email. And this is, of course,
this is what Mike wrote to him. This is what someone wrote to him. Hello, thank you for, at this point, do you have the authority to negotiate this matter? It doesn't matter what he wrote because ChatGPT is going to read it and learn it, and it will know it better than you because you're talking to a scholar to levels that are artificial.
Upload Mike Adverse Counsel's prior email. I simply cut and paste this out of the email. And this is, of course, all pretend content. And so it provides all this background context. The key here is AI is going to consider all of this when it drafts your response. Now, I uploaded that, and so then it continued the stepwise functions of my assistant by saying, thank you for providing the email from Mike. Now please upload your draft response for me to revise as per your instructions. So this is where we have to do a little bit of work again. And this is, what do you want the AI to say? And so let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions that I'm providing about what I want this draft response to convey. Now, the first thing is, this doesn't have to be pretty. The whole point of this is that it's supposed to be saving time. So you
doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be smart. You don't have to be a good writer. You don't write a draft of what you want to say. You give ChatGPT the plot points that you want to say in the letter. You tell ChatGPT the tone of the letter and that this is my final offer. And then ChatGPT will write your letter. Me personally, I'm still stuck in the old school way of thinking where I tell it, let me upload my draft and then you can prove it. I'm going to get better at it as time goes on. But for now let him finish because this is super important. I got to get better at this myself.
You need to spell check. You don't need to correct grammar. It's quick and dirty. AI will know what you mean and correct everything. Since we're trying to save time, it doesn't make sense to spend too much time making this perfect. So what I did here is I just created bullet points of the different things that I wanted to convey in this response. So this is a lot easier than drafting the response. I'm just saying, boom, 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 boom. Here are some things that I want to include in the response. I want the AI to know that I already spoke with my client. We want to express appreciation for the continued conversation. We want to have AI recall that there was some prior negotiations with these numbers. We want to express that, we're willing to make this new offer of 15%. We hope that it's approved by the client. And then here is something that's key. If not, we will need to shut down services on June 20th. We believe that the contract terms allow us to do so. However, we respect your position to the contrary. Again, we're not looking for a fight here, right? That we want to stress that they've been on notice since March, and so they've had plenty of time to transition to a new vendor. They don't have any hardship. I'm in close contact with my client, and here I'm dealing with some of the things that he said to me. He said, do you have authority? Well, dumb thing to say. That was just triggered by the fact that I shoved a bunch of cases down his throat to show that we win, probably as a matter of law. And so he responded with a bit of anger. And so we want to address those issues, but let him know that I do have full authority. We're ready to go to court if necessary, but that would be unfortunate. So here are the bullet points that I provided to ChatGPT. And again, you don't even have to make them bullet points. Just put it in whatever format you can cut and paste out of. So here is the response that ChatGPT gets me, and it is tone perfect. It is a much better response than I could do on my own, and it has been done in a much shorter period of time than I could have done it. So, dear Mike, I trust this message finds you well. I write to acknowledge receipt of your email and respond on behalf of my client. We remain open to and appreciate the dialogue aimed at reaching a mutually beneficial agreement. This is the kind of thing that I tend to skip in my emails.
Yes.
I am more on the very practical, get it done, very frank, very to the point. ChatGPT, because it has this ability to predict the next word, and it's programmed to, unless you override it, to be professional and appropriate, and we've instructed it to be professional and appropriate, can put in this really great language, which really sets the tone, puts the reader at ease, doesn't pick unnecessary fights.
Right.
As to your first point, rest assured that I'm fully authorized to represent my client in this negotiation. My capacity to negotiate does not necessitate licensing in Michigan. I am, of course, licensed in Michigan. If, however, litigation becomes necessary, we'll engage local counsel. So I actually changed the state in this particular example. Turning to the subject of revenue share, we note your proposition of a 35% share. After careful consideration, we are prepared to increase our initial offer to 15%. And this will be on a new month-to-month contract. This marks our final offer. This is important. I told ChatGPT to be firm, and one of my bullet points was this is going to be our final offer. At least the import of my bullet points was that it was final offer, and so it knew to make this our final offer. All right, but again, we'd like to find an amicable resolution to this matter. We hope to see this proposal approved by your board in the event the proposal is not accepted. And all these dates are coming out of that context that we provided. We maintain our position that the original contract has concluded and we are within our rights to discontinue services. Wow, perfect. Please note that Adverse Company Corp has been provided ample notice and has been in a position to secure an alternative vendor for several months now. Continuation of services up till now has been a courtesy. Wow, perfection. I welcome a call to further discuss these matters. We are hopeful litigation can be avoided. Thank you for your time and consideration. So you can see this really nailed it. You do have to review and potentially edit this. This one happens to be perfect, but you need to review it and make sure you get it right. Now, I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video, but I'm going to give you another power tip. If you want to change the email in any way, you can instruct your assistant, ChatGPT, to do so. You can say, let's just go to my tool here, which is, as you've seen from my prior videos, the most important tool in your toolbox, which is speech-to-text, AI-enabled, Whisper available through OpenAI. You can check out how to get that in the prior videos. So I'm gonna modify this email. I want you to modify this email and be more direct and less polite. I want the email to come across as firm and aggressive on the following points. We will litigate as necessary. This is our final and last offer. We believe we will win as a matter of law. Boom. Speech to text. It just took all of that so easy, cut and paste it, understood exactly, got it perfect. It's not Siri. And now I can put this into ChatGPT to make a modification. You're going to see a new version here that is going to be much more aggressive and modified in exactly the way that I instructed. And so I'll let this come back and we'll circle back to this in a minute, see how it does. All right. This takes me to power tip number 2. We've told you about prompt engineering, this sequential step-by-step prompt for communication. Now we're going to talk a little bit about something I just referenced, which is Whisper technology.
Okay, we're going to get into that in 1 second. But before we do that, I'm going to show you how to file your demand for body cam footage in the state of Ohio. And before I show you how to file your demand for the body cam footage in Ohio, and I actually just have it prompt right now so that we're going to go through it together. I'm going to show you a different prompt that I did earlier today when I had a correspondence. I'm back to that cop thing. The cops all talk like that. I've been a bit cop for the last 2 days in a costume. So, so right now though, let's take a look at my firm response to Teespring. At the same time, remember that I need Teespring because that's where, you guys know I don't like to ship t-shirts. I don't like to I don't, you guys want me to spend my time teaching you how to do your own stuff and being a freedom fighter, or do you want me to spend my time shipping t-shirts and pamphlets? So I have people who do those things for me, and Teespring is one of my partners. Teespring, what they did, just so you guys know for a little context, they took down my digital trifold, my print at home trifold, off of the Teespring site and told me that I couldn't put it up, that there was some sort of problem with it. And so they said, any violation of our terms or services, then, we have the right to refuse service to anybody. So I went and read their terms of services and their user agreement, and I am not in violation of their user agreement. So this is the first example I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you how to write your letter for your body cam footage in the state of Ohio. So this is really cool because I am a hard-charging, hardcore mofo that when you challenge me, if I'm too offended, I'll sue you. If you have wronged me, if you have slighted me where it costs me money or it damages me, then I'll sue you. Like I'm about to sue somebody right now. I sent the letter to change the behavior. They didn't. I'm about to sue them like within the next few days. Like, so, it is what it is. But let me show you guys this first, and then we're going to get into how to file your body cam footage. Here it is right here. So now let's take a look at this using the exact same model that I just showed you a moment ago, where he teaches me how to prompt. So I start with ChatGPT and I say, you are responding to a letter from Teespring, a company out of San Francisco. Your name is Jose De Castro and you own a company called Ethics SCS LLC. Teespring has taken down your product from their online store. You read their terms of service and you are not violating their terms of service. Teespring taking down your product is frustrating and costing you financially. I would like you to write a response as to why your product should, you see how I misspelled something right there? That doesn't matter. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be sharp with your words. I would like you to write a response as to why your product should not be taken down. I want you to ask me to upload the response that has been drafted so far. Then I want you to fix it so the reply is abundantly firm. I will sue them, period, 100%. However, I'd like for them to just put the product back up and stop bothering me. Do you understand? Are you ready for me to upload the draft I have written so far? I understand. Now, what I always do, and he didn't necessarily teach you this in here, I always ask it, do you understand? Because if I've given it a bunch of prompts of things like this is a whole story here. And now I ask it, do you understand and are you ready? This is a key thing that you got to do. And remember, you're talking to a person, you. I said you, I'm talking to an artificial intelligence, and I said, you're the guy. Remember what ChatGPT is. It's a scholar in every single area of any sort of industry across the world in multiple languages. This is why I'm so excited about you learning this. You are responding to a letter from Teespring. So I'm saying your name is my name. Your name is Jose De Castro, and you own a company called Ethics. Now, if I could do it again, I would put it in bullet points, but I'm getting better at it. So now ChatGPT responds to me, I understand your situation and I'm ready to help you with the draft response to Teespring. Please go ahead and upload the draft you've written so far, and I will work on making it firmer while still conveying your desire for a resolution without legal action. Once I have the draft, I will make the necessary adjustments to address your concerns and emphasize your position. So now at this point, I need help. I don't want to blow up my relationship with Teespring. I don't want to blow up my relationship with Elliot or with Self or with Chevy or with Robert. I don't want to blow up my relationship with people because I'm such a hard charger. And you guys know as well as I do, when you text somebody on two-dimensional texts, it's often misconstrued. It's often misconstrued. The actress that I hired in LA last week, I text her and I said to her in the text message, hey, looking forward to shooting you tonight. You're my girl for this scene and I'll see you later. And she replied to me, I thought the role I was playing was pleading the Fifth Amendment in the car to a cop. I read the text I wrote back and I said, hey, great. See you later. You're my girl tonight. Talk to you soon. In her mind, her role changed to I'm an actor in the film and she's my girlfriend in the film. Whoa. That's how quickly your words can go south when someone else reading it doesn't understand your true intentions. I plan on shooting some content with you, paying you, and releasing you. You're not my girl. So now let's take a look at how ChatGPT changes. Here's what I was going to write to Teespring. Teespring employee, we sell a trifold pamphlet that has Fifth Amendment on it, Supreme Court law, case law, and on-point cases from around the country. We've read your terms and services, and none of this is a violation of your terms and process. Yes, I agree that I will sue in the District Court of San Francisco. I would rather it didn't come to that. There's absolutely no reason this keeps happening. This keeps happening. The trifolds, waited, blah, 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 and I'm just going off here. You know what I mean? I don't need to be agreeable and likable to do business amicably and fair. All I should need to do is follow the policies and terms of service that are offered. And I go on and on and on. I really hope it doesn't come to that. However, I enjoy the process of suing. So I say I don't like bootlickers and copsuckers and copsuckers don't like me. I don't care if cops don't like me. I care about truth, justice, and transparency. Now, I had already seen the ChatGPT video. That's not asking too much. You're not getting complaints from my customers, right? So thank you. This response has been copied and filed in case litigation is necessary. So, I mean, if you just kind of scan over this letter, you can see I'm being, I'm being the natural, hard charger, alpha male, fight me, I'll fight you back kind of person. And on 2D dimensional texts, that doesn't always work out for you in the end. So ChatGPT knows that I want to be firm, but I still want to keep the relationship. So now let's listen to how ChatGPT will change. Good to see you. I love Yahweh. Will change the way I wrote that. And it is dramatic. I'm talking, it is dramatic. Let me get to the right one here. Thank you for sharing your draft response, Jose. I understand your frustration and desire to resolve the issue without resorting to legal action. I'll work on revising your response to make it firmer and more assertive while maintaining professionalism. Here's a revised version. Dear Teespring, I'm writing to express my deep concern and frustration regarding the repeated removal of our product listing in your online store. As the owner of Ethics SCS, I've carefully revised your terms and services and policies, and I must emphasize that our product, the trifold pamphlet featuring the Fifth Amendment, Supreme Court, landmark case law, and on-point case law from around the country, does not in any way violate your terms or policies. While I am fully prepared to take this matter to the District Court in San Francisco, I would prefer to resolve it amicably and avoid any legal proceedings. This situation has occurred multiple times, and it is difficult to see any reason for these repeated actions other than potential discrimination. I want to reiterate that our product adheres to your guidelines. It's not hate speech, does not contain nudity, and does not promote illegal activities in any manner. The trifold pamphlet is designed to empower individuals by educating them about their rights, particularly during encounters with law enforcement in the United States. You guys know I would never use the term law enforcement. However, that's the way people do business. I have to fit into the round little peg to go in the round little slot to fit into the little round apparatus. Okay. While Teespring is a private company, I believe it's crucial to avoid any semblance of discrimination or unfair targeting. Our product does not harm anyone, nor does it violate any rules. No complaints have been received from our customers regarding its content. I want to stress that I do not need to be liked or agreed with to conduct business fairly and amicably. I'm committed to following the policies and terms and services provided by Teespring, and I'm doing so diligently. The purpose of the print at home pamphlet is to educate people about their rights, which is a fundamental aspect of transparency and justice. Should any company attempt to hinder us from providing people with the tools to understand their rights, and if my company continues to be unfairly targeted, it would leave me with no alternative to initiate legal action. I hope it doesn't come to that, as I generally prefer to find a resolution that benefits all parties. I have a track record of pursuing legal action when necessary, and I do not shy away from it. However, my primary goal here is to have my product listing restored and to ensure that it remains available without further interruptions. I kindly request that you reinstate my listing immediately, add a note to ensure its stability, and cease any further disruptions. I appreciate your attention to this matter, and I hope we can resolve it promptly and professionally. I believe in truth, justice, and transparency, and I hope we can align our actions with these principles moving forward. Sincerely, Jose M. De Castro. This has been documented for references in case of future development of legal actions. Do you see what happened there? I went from this, I enjoy suing you, to I really don't want to do legal action. I will, but I'd rather prefer to negotiate this out amicably. Okay, now let's take it to another level. Let's say you got to get the body cam footage. Let's say you got to get that body cam footage. Let's take a look. Let me share this page with you. And I'm going to show you guys how to use ChatGPT. Oh, right on, man. Yeah, the trifold is available on Teespring. It's also available on Delete Lawz. Let me tell you guys something. You know, people from around the country are sending me emails and letters. I invoked my Fifth Amendment right away, and the cop had to leave me alone. Earlier, someone put a thing up here that said that he's been involved with cops 4 times in the past couple months, and he used the trifold every time, and it worked every time. The trick is your phone and the trifold, and you using the powerful constitutional rights that you were born with, your God-given rights that are recognized by the Constitution. Now, let's say, for example, though, that cop has violated your rights in the state of Ohio, and you got to get that body cam footage. How are you going to do it? Does anybody put a 1 in the chat if you don't know how to get the body cam footage in Ohio? Just put a 1 in the chat. How many people here do not know how to get the body cam footage in the state of Ohio? Put a 1 if you don't know how to do it. Put a 2 if you do. So now what we want to do is I want to make sure that you guys are able to know how to find the sunshade state laws. And then I'm going to teach you how to tell ChatGPT exactly what you want. And we're going to go through it in live time. So it's not like I already created this. I'm creating this with you as we go. I've now become a pig. The last 2 days on set, I've been talking to people with my hands because I'm a cop. And when you always see them, they're always trying to explain to you. So, all right, let's get right to it. So now right here, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the old school Google because ChatGPT only has information up to 2021. So I go to Google and I say, hey, what are the state laws? What are the state laws that allow me to get body cam in Ohio? Do you see it up here? I just typed that into Google. You know what? How about this? What law allows me to get the body cam footage in Ohio? So now you can go down here and you can just look it up and you can just find it. I already found it a moment ago. So we're going to go. Okay, there it is. So now we go down here, boom, boom, boom. Ohio State Sunshine Laws, Section 149.13, Ohio Revised Code. Record releases of which is prohibited by state or federal law, restricted portions of body cam wear. Cool. So now I've got it, 149.13. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that bad chicken, and now I'm going to see how long this is. Looks like it's only, see the bar over here? Looks like it's 2 or 3 pages. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Available in this section. Cool. Now I'm going to go to the bottom of this thing, and I'm just going to highlight the whole thing. I'm just going to take this entire section right here, of section 140. I don't, just so you guys know, when I do it, I don't cross over lines like this and do stuff like, and try to copy all this, because I don't know if it'll mess it up or not. And so I just want to get the text of the law, and I now know 149.143. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to go over to ChatGPT. I copied that, and now that I have it all on my clipboard, it's ready to paste. I'm going to now tell ChatGPT, hey, look, I'm going to look up section 149.43 of the Ohio Revised Code, and I'm going to request for body cam footage. So what I'm going to do is ask you to upload 140, ask for you to request that I give you 149.43, and then I'm going to ask you to write the body cam request letter. Okay, so now here that is. Okay, you guys can see that? Great. Now let me zoom in on that. Okay, I'm going to file a body cam request in Ohio. I'd like you to ask me to upload section 149.43 of the Ohio Code so you can help me file my request for body cam. And it scrolls down here, and here's the bonus. ChatGPT already knows 149.43. It's to request the body cam footage in Ohio. You'll want to follow the guidelines set forth in Ohio Public Records Law, which is contained in 149.43. I didn't even have to know it. I could have just said to ChatGPT, how do I file a request for body cam in Ohio? But I wanted to show you guys how to prompt engineer. That's the most important part. So then it says here, identify the record, clearly state the specific body camera footage you're requesting, contact the appropriate agency, create a written draft for a formal request for body cam, provide contact information, request format, request. Okay, so down. Okay, cool. We're going to do all this right now. So let me show you exactly how to do it. Okay, cool. Now here's what I'm going to do. I can see the list of things here, and I've read them. And look, for me to write all that is going to be super freaking hard. I don't want to write all that. I don't even feel comfortable taking on that amount of data. Like, I don't have time for this. I got to make a short and get a video out and teach people. Don't ask the cop, why'd you pull me over? If he asks you, do you know why I pulled you over? Don't answer. Invoke your Fifth Amendment right away. I got to teach as many people as I can. I don't got time for this. Let me show you the trick. He's going to ask you to download Whisper, and that's the second part of it. What I'm going to do is just show you a quick alternative, and just so you know, I'm in the process of learning Whisper even as we speak. There's somebody in this chat right now helping me learn Whisper right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send an email to myself from Delete Lawz to Delete Lawz. Okay? And what I'm going to do, so that it's really easy for me to get ChatGPT to write the whole thing, is I'm going to say Ohio body cam request. And now this email is going from Delete Lawz to Delete Lawz. Do you see how that works? You following me here? This is so easy. You're going to file your body cam requests. You're going to all get your body cam. You're all going to be able to write your demand for return of property. I told you, this is amazing. Okay, cool. Let's go back to our list. This is how you make it really easy. I'm going to hit on here. I'm going to hit the microphone button in my lower right-hand corner down here. You see it over here? That's my microphone button. I'm going to hit that in a moment. And when I hit that button, what I'm going to do is I'm then going to take a look at the list. And as the list tells me what to do, I'm going to talk text that exact data into my phone. And it looks something like this. Let me show you exactly how I'm doing this. I'll leave myself in the lower left-hand corner so you can watch what I'm doing. Now I'm going back here. Okay, cool. So now here's the cool thing about your iPhone or your talk to text. Once I push the button, it'll stay on until I'm done doing what I'm going to do. So I want to identify the record, contact the appropriate agency, and create a written request. Okay, cool. So let's get the first two in the first two or three in the first talk, and then we're going to get the rest of the data points in the next. Okay, cool. I'm requesting a record that was created on January 24th, 2023 at approximately 4 p.m., period. We were at 123 Main Street, period. Officer Johnson and Officer Gonzalez were detaining my friend Adam Brewer and Mark Knight and I, period. There it is. There it is right there. Let me show you guys exactly what that looks like. There it is. You add the periods when you do talk to text. You talk to text is, and it's just going to get better and better. So now I've done the first part of that. Now let's do the rest. This was the Ironton Police Department that has the body cam footage, period. Next paragraph. This is a request for body cam footage, period. I would like all of the body cam footage from Officer Johnson and Officer Gonzalez on the dates and times already established. Next paragraph. My name is Jose De Castro. You can reach me at 555-621-7171. Next paragraph. I would like the body cam footage in MP4s and on a thumb drive if possible. Next paragraph. I would like the body cam footage because I would like to see the detainment process. Next paragraph. I am more than willing to pay any fees, and you can reach out to me through my email address or phone number that is provided in the end of this letter. Next paragraph. Thank you, comma, Jose De Castro. Okay, so now this is the gold. I just now gave it everything that needs. Now I'm going to send this email to myself. And let me just finish the chat GPT and tell you guys what it says here. It says, remember, now review the response. Upon receiving a response, review it carefully. Your request is granted. Follow the agency's instructions to obtain the footage. If it's denied, they should provide you for a reason. Remember to be patient throughout the process. And if you encounter any difficulties or receive denial that you believe is unjustified, you may want to seek legal counsel, advice, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I'm going to email this to myself. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to take the email that I just wrote to myself. I'm going to copy it, paste it, and then I'm going to prompt ChatGPT. And this is where you're going to copy almost exactly what you're learning on this video. Exactly. You'll copy this down to a T. You'll do exactly these same steps. So now I'm logging into Delete Lawz real quick, my email, and I'm going to grab that email. Refresh, please. Here it is. I got it right here. Now I'm just going to copy this. Okay, cool. Now let me share with you how I'm going to share this to ChatGPT, and this is going to write the entire letter for you. All you then have to do is, now you have to get an extension through Chrome to copy and paste from ChatGPT. You might be frustrated if you try to copy and paste what you got in ChatGPT. There's a Chrome extension that you can get. It's also in that video, or I can show it to you if you want to, but it's really simple. Okay, now I'm going back to our ChatGPT conversation. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to be cordial with ChatGPT. Can you guys see what I see? Okay, let me open it big. You don't really need to see me right here. Okay, cool. Let me get as big as I can on this. Thank you. You are Jose De Castro. You want the body cam footage from Ironton. You are going to write a request for the body cam footage. I'm going to ask you to ask me to upload all the information that you need to write the request for body cam. Okay, do you understand? Absolutely, I understand you're requesting the body cam. Nope, now it's going to say all these things. Great. I understand that. It's going to ask, okay, it's going to repeat everything. That's fine. You can stop generating if you want, but I'm just going to let it say, great. I would like you to emphasize in the letter that it must be available to me in a reasonable amount of time. Please be firm in advising Ironton PD that I will file a writ of mandamus and force a hearing if I do not receive it in a reasonable time. After that, I will file a lawsuit against them. We are in a contentious, is it T? I don't know, it doesn't matter if I spell it right or not, relationship, and I'm ready to sue them. I appreciate. Now I paste the letter in there that I sent, that all the requirements. I'm requesting that it was created on this date, approximately 4:23 p.m. Ironton Police Department has the body cam footage. Great, everything's there. Put it in. Certainly, I'll help you draft a request. There it is, right there. You're looking at it. You're going to have to fill in your name, Ironton Police Department. I'm writing to formally request to access the body cam footage. I'm fully aware. Willing to. So, oh, you see that? It won't do it. It won't do it. It won't be a prick. God dang it. Oh, shoot. Ah! No. No. God bless America. 1 second. I can get it back. That's okay. Let me see where we are. Draft a body cam request in Ohio using this information. I already have it. I just did the same thing. I'm going to walk you through it. There it is right there. Okay. It will not be rude. I want it to be rude and it won't do it. So it just is super frustrating for me because it won't be rude. I want to be much more hostile and aggressive than what ChatGPT will do because that's my personality. So now it says here, your name, participant, right here, public records. I hope this letter finds you well, dear sir or madam. I'm writing to formally request access to certain public records in accordance with the Ohio Public Act 149.43. I'm interested in obtaining specific body cam footage captured by officers of the Ironton Police Department. The details of my request are follows. Right there, date and time of recorded incident, January, the date, the location, individuals involved, myself, Adam Brewer, Mark Knight, officers Johnson and Gonzalez. I'm specifically seeking all available body cam footage recorded by Officer Johnson and Gonzalez on the aforementioned date and time. My primary interest is in acquiring this footage to review the detainment process that occurred during this incident. To facilitate this process, I kindly request the body cam footage provided in MP4 format. Additionally, if possible, I would appreciate it if it could be provided on a thumb drive for ease of use. You may contact me at your convenience via my number here or my email. Understand that there may be fees associated with fulfilling this public request, and I'm fully prepared to cover any reasonable costs incurred. Please do not hesitate to inform me of any applicable fees. I kindly request that you respond to this request in accordance with Ohio public laws, providing a written acknowledgement of the receipt and a timeline for when I can expect to receive the requested materials. If for any reason my request is denied or redacted, please provide a written explanation and the basis for denial. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and I look forward to prompt response. Your cooperation provided access for these public records is greatly appreciated. Now all I do right there is go copy, and now all I do is go back to my Word or my Docs, and I paste that bad chicken in there like this. And now I say right here, I go to ChatGPT. Let me open this bad chicken big so you guys can see. Oh shoot, you guys didn't see that whole thing in big? I'm so sorry. I didn't even know. Okay, so check this out. Now right here, I say I would, I mean, that's good. I mean, what am I talking about? I mean, that's good. That's good, whatever. Your letter looks well drafted and should be effectively convey your request for body cam footage from the Ironton Police Department. Please make sure to send it through certified mail or another trackable method to ensure documents receipt of your request. If you have any additional requests, no further. I mean, look, it even put in here that stuff remember, we lost that screen. I had to just put in, write me a body cam request real quick. I kindly request, in accordance with, that you provide me a written acknowledgement and receipt and a timeline when I can expect to receive the requested materials. If for any reason my request is denied or redacted, please provide a written explanation for the basis of the denial. If any part is redacted, please provide a written explanation for the basis of the denial. I told you, this is an absolute game changer. I never would have written that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you guys some slight variations. Okay? ChatGPT is a trip. Watch this. This is unbelievable what I'm going to show you right now. This is so cool. You're going to love it. Thanks. Now, can you please make the draft? Can you please make the request for body cam in as though you were a pirate from the Colombian, from Columbus's journey? Oh, there's no double S on that. Oh, I don't have to worry about it. Here's what we have. I want to read it like you're a pirate. Request for the treasury map for the body cam footage. Avast me hearties. I be pinning this missive in search of a treasure trove of public records as decreed by the Ohio Public Records Act. Ohio Revised Code, Miami be secure a certain booty, and the body cam footage captured by your fine officers at the Ironton Police Department. Now mark me words on the particulars of this request. Date and time of the recorded incident on the 24th of January in the year of 2023 as the sun clocked round 4 p.m. Location of the incident, the coordinates 123 Main Street, where the winds whispered secrets. The souls involved, myself, Jose de Castro, Adam Brewer, Mark Knight, officers Johnson and Gonzalez. I've set me sights on the entirety of the body cam footage, every last piece of it. Officer Johnson and Officer Gonzalez captured during that date and time. Why, you may ask? 'Tis me desire to decipher the detainment process that unfolded during that fateful event. To smoothen the way, I kindly request that ye deliver the treasure in MP4 format. If it pleases ye, consider loading it onto a thumb drive, making it easy to handle as a chest of doublins. Ye can partly with me at ye leisure through these means. Parrot post, message in a bottle. I be aware that there may be some fees, a pirate's ransom, tied to the acquisition of the treasure. Worry not. I've got a chest of gold ready to settle any reasonable debts incurred. Do not keep it for me. Let me know the cost. I humbly ask that ye respond to this missive in adherence to the laws of Ohio, providing a writ of receipt and a map for when I may lay me hands on the requested treasure. If by chance ye denied or hide a part of the treasure, send me a letter telling me why ye be keeping it from me. I thank ye kindly for taking heed in this matter, and I be watching the horizon for your swift response. Your cooperation in sharing this treasure map of public records is greatly appreciated. Yours in advance, your pirate's name. I mean, did I not tell you that it is an absolute and total game changer? Now, let's do Chuck Bronson. You guys want to do Chuck Bronson real quick? Let's do Chuck Bronson here. Chuck Bronson, if you're watching this, I'm going to do a demand for return of property. And I would rather not waste my time. I would rather not waste my time. If we're going to do it, let's do it. I'm sorry. That's going to be, call John Felix. I'm going to do a demand for return of property for John Felix for his pistol. Now, they're going to keep his camera as contraband. I got to program him. Oh, I got him in here. Okay, I have 2 John Felixes. So, the first thing we're going to do right now is we're going to look up the laws in Florida, the Florida state laws that allow us to get the body cam. Hey, John, I'm just gonna be warned. I got you on live right now. I'm gonna right now. I've taught the people online Chat GPT, and just real quick here, I want you to write me a letter, a demand for return of property to the Tampa. Let me make sure that people can see what I'm doing. Sorry, I did that earlier today. Well, I'm just going to do it again for fun. What didn't you do? Did you file a request for all body cam footage yet? No. Okay, so then let's file. Do you have the names of the officers? I have the names of the name of the guy that arrested me. Okay, great. Let's get his body cam footage. All right. Okay, cool. So let's go like this. And the in-car footage too, man. Okay. No problem. No problem. So let's do that. I want you to write me a request for body. Let me make sure that people can see what I'm doing here. I want you to write me a request for body cam footage. What was the date? 8/26. 8/26/23 for Officer S. Snags. S-S-N-A-G-S. S first initial, Snags, S-N-A-G-G-S. That's what I thought. Okay, so for Officer Snags, who arrested me, John Felix. This was a Tampa police officer, right? Yep. This was a Tampa police officer. Please apply the necessary Florida. I'm not even going to fix the typos. I'm doing it on purpose. Laws. Boom. I just wrote your demand for your body cam footage right there. It's right here. I'll copy it, paste it, and send it to you. There it is, folks, right there. You guys saw John Felix get arrested. They're right here. Let's read it. Sir, madam, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm requesting to request access to specific public records in accordance with the laws of the state of Florida, including Chapter 119 of the Florida statutes governing public records. My request pertains to body cam worn footage recorded by Tampa Officer S. Snags in connection with an incident involving myself, John Felix, which occurred on August 26, 2023. To facilitate the retrieval of the requested records, I provide the following details of the incident. Date of the incident, August 26th. Officer Snags, my involvement, I, John Felix, was involved in the incident. I'm specifically requesting access to any and all body cam footage recorded by S. Snags and the aforementioned incident that happened on August 26th. My interest in obtaining this footage is to review the circumstances surrounding my arrest and to ensure compliance with all applicable laws and procedures. In compliance with Florida law, I kindly request that you provide the requested body cam footage in appropriate format for public records as specified in Chapter 119 of the Florida statutes. I can be reached at your convenience using the following contact information. John, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and send this to you. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom here. Let me even finish reading it, though. There's a little bit more here. It says, I understand that there may be fees associated with the retrieval of the duplication of public records, and I'm prepared to cover any reason. Okay, we're good, but let's do it for fun. Great. Please rewrite it as though you are a constitutional law scholar, professor from Harvard.
And add
1 second.
dash cam and backseat cam.
Okay, cool. You are annoyed by being arrested, and additionally, there is dash cam and car cam footage that you would like to demand. So now let's read it how it's going to write it a little bit more. Let's see how ChatGPT is going to believe you are a did I say a smug in there? Did I say smug? I should have said smug. Damn it.
Angry constitutional law scholar from Harvard.
Okay, let me read this. I trust that this correspondence finds you in good health and high spirits. I, John Felix, a constitutional law scholar affiliated with Harvard University, am writing to formally request that to specific public records as provided by the laws of the state of Florida, particularly Chapter 119. I need it. No, I'm sorry. I need it to have big, more sophisticated words that only scholars would know. I did not go to Harvard. I want you to write it smugly. You are super annoyed and super intelligent. Okay? You are using words that you know they won't know. Please apply all applicable laws and remain amicable, but smug. Here it is. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Did I not tell you guys you were going to have a good time tonight? I mean, for me, this is the most fun ever.
Let me hear it.
To the state, to you jackboot thug pigs. We just leveled up. We just leveled the F up right here. Okay, I'm not going to be able to say these words, so don't make fun of me. I'm not Harvard educated. I'm autodidactic. I learned everything on the frickin' internet. I went to 5 years of college, so I learned a lot there, but that was in sociology. Erudite request for estoic public records pursuant to the erstwhile provisions of Florida law. Esteemed sir or madam, I trust this epistille shall encounter to ensconced in the fullness of intellectual and bureaucratic equanimity. Permit me to extend my felicitations, though I am, I surmise, I'm so sorry, this is hard. Let me read it slow. Sacredly, the reason for my corresponding no, I'm not gonna be able to get it. You guys can see it. I'm not gonna be able to say it. I'm not gonna be able to enunciate this like I do regular grammar. This missive emanates from the desk of one John Felix, an individual whose academic pursuits within the realm of constitutional jurisprudence are of a pedigree perhaps foreign to the precinct of Tampa, yet unattainable for those inclined towards cerebral exertion.
Whoa.
I should divulge with the sobriety that befits my situation that my missive is propelled by a sense of vexation, a quintessential pendic vexation, pedantic vexation. I dare say on August 26, 2023, I, the aforementioned John Felix, found myself ensnared in an incident that, although malfeasantly banal, has perturbed my equanimity to the point of necessitating recourse to the arcane statutes that ordain public record keeping of the state of Florida.
I might have to dumb that down about 16 grades.
No, send it. This is beautiful. I mean,
Send it like that?
no, I'm just kidding. Send it.
I was going to say, dude, they're fucking malfunction. I almost malfunctioned. I'm sure they would.
Well, regardless, now that you know what, John, I'm not going to send it to you. You know that? I'm not going to send it to you, John. You can go on ChatGPT yourself, and you can type into ChatGPT, please write me a demand for the body cam footage.
Will do.
And the car cam footage, and each and every one of you, I'm not going to do it for you ever again. I've done it for... Okay? I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah. You
now can do your own request for body cam footage. You can now do your own demand for return of property. You now can do your own FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. I mean, do I need to show you how to do that? I don't think I do. I mean, if anybody who watches this video now will be able to do it completely themselves. It is so easy. There's absolutely no reason, unless you just don't have any means at all. You have no computer, no access. If you're watching this, then you have means. So, you know.
Good stuff.
For this knowledge, here's I'm going to have one. Let me drop the link real quick. Everybody copy this link. This is the ChatGPT link. I'm also going to run over right now to my YouTube page. And while I'm on live with you guys, John, I can let you go. You can watch this video or just go on ChatGPT and really get any information. You watch this video, you're going to be able to do everything.
Yes, sir.
Love you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Talk to you soon, Mr. Felix.
See you.